Now let us get to the main event of the evening. Merab Dvalishvili taking on Petr Yan. Now I had Merab. Just so you guys know, I went 0-4 on my picks. I picked Henry, I picked Moreno, I picked Pantoja, and I also picked Merab to win, and I went 0-4 tonight, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I thought the thesis or the theory I had of how these fights were going to play out could have played out the way they did, but I was totally wrong. And that's what happens. Sometimes you get it wrong. But let's talk about Merab versus Petr Yan. Now, what Merab does very well, if you look at all the guys he's fought, from Henry Cejudo to Jose Aldo to Sean O'Malley twice to Corey Sandhagen. I mean, you go down the list of all the guys that Merab has fought. He does one single thing to all of them, and that's break them. He breaks all of his opponents by taking him down over and over and over and over and over again, and then eventually get him taking him down, and then just grind and pound him, and the machine just keeps on spinning people out. But not Petr Yan. Petr Yan took the fight to Merab, meaning that each time Merab failed a takedown defense, Petr Yan was right in his face, doing this, doing this, doing this. And each time they would exchange, Petr Yan would always go to the body, right? Hits him with that body shot, they exchange, whack, hits him, Merab had me weak because he was giving a grimace each time he got hit in the body, right? Petr Yan throws that body kick. And you notice each time Petr Yan threw a body kick, it was either from southpaw position or it was changing. It was a quick like wah. Merab does keep his hands up super high so that liver is there all the time, and Petr Yan was able to capitalize on it. But I think the biggest thing that we have to look at is Petr Yan's conditioning, taking the fight to Merab, and also defending the takedown. If Merab can't get the takedown, then his game cannot flourish. He can still beat you, right? Like he beat Corey Sandhagen on the feet, but his game is evolved around that takedown. If he's able to get takedown or wear you down and break you mentally and physically and your spirit and your conditioning, he will maul you. But that's something he couldn't do to Petr Yan. Petr Yan was there every step of the way, and Petr Yan was not scared to take him down by shooting a double leg, securing a takedown. Merab bellies down and stands right back up. That's one thing both those guys did very well, is each time they did get taken down, they would belly down, stand up, and then get back to fighting, because both those guys aren't seatbelts. They don't grab a seatbelt, put the hooks in, and start, looking for chokes or body triangles. So that's one of the things that they both did very well, and that's why none of them could hold each other down. But Petr Yan was not scared to take Merab down. Even when Merab would go for the guillotine, Petr Yan would pick him up and slammed him, spiked him on his head, and that's one thing. Each time Merab fails the takedown, and each time Merab gets taken down and has to belly down, that is a gas being drained from the machine. And let's look at the facts too. Merab, that's his 4th title defense this year. That's his 4th weight cut this year. This man is always in camp. Guys, believe it or not, doesn't matter how genetically gifted you are, everybody is human and your body needs rest. And like Merab says, he's not making any excuses. But I think doing 4 fights in a year, that is a fucking lot. That is 32 weeks of hard training. 32 weeks. I think what Merab needs, he needs 10 weeks relaxing, go on a date, get some girls in the jacuzzi instead of the men. That's something Petr Yan was saying. I thought it was kind of funny. And just relax. He's made a lot of money right now. He's not married. He ain't got no kids. He's got to pay those taxes, get some investments going, invest in that Funk Harbor with his boy Aljo, and just relax and smell the roses. Smell the roses. You've done a lot this year. Relax, and I cannot wait to see Merab back. Now, let's talk about Petr Yan. Petr Yan looked determined as ever. It's probably the best we've ever seen Petr Yan fight. Going from southpaw to orthodox, keeping a hand in front. Each time Merab would fail a takedown, Petr Yan was right inside of the void, throwing some type of exchange. And each time they would end up leaving that void, or when Merab would run away, he would always hit him in the body, and Merab would yelp. I was dying laughing. I was like, why are you laughing? I was like, watch the replay. And he goes, ah! And sometimes, I've been hurt to the body, but you would never know because you're going to have that poker face. But, Merab is a very charismatic man. So, congrats to Petr Yan. You know what? When I look at the 135-pound division, it just opens everything up. You know, you have Sean O'Malley taking on Sang Yodong here pretty soon. That fight right there, that can get back in title contention. I would like to see Merab take some time off. Just take some time off. There's nothing wrong with that. So you can see Petr Yan versus Sean 2. You can see Sang Yodong get an opportunity to fight for the belt. A lot of new fresh matchups potentially at 135. So we can